guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing something that I've literally been wanting to do, but also like dreading to do because it's interesting, okay? And I love watching confession videos of people reacting to people's confessions. They're my favorite videos to watch, so I decided I'm going to do a video where I read Reddit confessions. This can go one way or another. So let's get into it. I already started looking at some and okay. Alright. The first confession is, what does it say? I'll put it up on the screen. I jerked off into a Mountain Dew can while driving in the highway. And then he said after it, does that count? I think it counts. Okay, so on the highway is a very, very stressful job, you know? Like, you gotta make sure, like, you're going the right way and you're paying attention to the road. So that's an interesting one, okay? And I don't think that's even the worst one. So we're starting off tame. I'm very scared. Okay, the next one is, I'm also reading off my computer right now. Okay, I was at a boys' sleepover years ago, and I saw one of them humping a life-size Elmo doll. I'm dead. Okay. In a public server is crazy. Okay, I get maybe doing that alone. It's still weird, but like, at least have the common courtesy to do that alone. If you did that, to the person that did that, I don't think I can forgive you for that one. Next one. When I was a little kid, I went to someone's sleepover, and I can't seem to remember too much, but deep core memory always seems to sit with me. I don't even remember whose sleepover it was. I knew they lived in the middle of nowhere in a nice house. We watched Tarzan for the first time and ran around playing with party favors. What baffled me the most about this core memory was when we were laying down for bed, I was in a bed and some girl was laying on the floor next to me. My coochie was itchy, so while itching it, the girl below me looked at me and said, "I know what you're doing." And I looked at her like it's the eyebrow raise emoji. Now I knew what she meant, and now I wonder what happened to her at that age that she apparently knew what I was doing. That wasn't even in my mind at that age. I wish I could remember who she was, but for the love of God, I wasn't masturbating in front of her. Oh no. I know what you're doing. Okay. I'm sorry, girl. And she said she was young too. Which is like kind of like, the person that asked her that, okay, that's just random. That's just like, I know what you're doing. But I'm sorry to what you had to go through. I'm sorry for what you had to go through. This one is a family confession. So I haven't read it yet. So the last one I also hadn't read yet. So I was like, we went through that together. Okay. So my sperm donor is a nasty motherfucker. When I was a kid, like 4 or 5, he would shower me. Oh. Is this okay? He would shower me and make me. Okay, I can't read this one. We're doing some like more unserious ones because the other ones were a little, okay, it kind of sounded like a little bit assaulty. So we're gonna move on from that. Okay. These ones are like childhood confessions. So, I'm an Indian American and I grew up in the US. Both my parents are very typical Indians, and growing up I had absolutely no idea what divorces were. No one I knew ever had one, and my parents aren't really the type to talk about that stuff. So I just assumed that some kids were lucky they got to live in a second home during the weekend. I was jealous that these kids had weekend homes and we really didn't. It's kind of embarrassing to say I really didn't understand the concept of a divorce until I was well into middle school. That's honestly crazy. That, like, imagine, like, saying to kids that you're like, dude, I wish I lived in a second house too. And they're like, oh, do you? Okay. Okay, that was pretty tame. That was, like, the most tamest one we're gonna read today. So, you know, I mean, middle school is crazy learning what divorce is. Okay, that's just insane. This one says, pretty damn embarrassing. Went to Rome a few months ago, ate so much gelato, ate nonstop for basically 7 days straight. Long story short, I had a bad stomachache, went to the bathroom for a number 2, didn't happen. Damn, this constipation. Stood up, pulled my shorts back up, and flushed the loo. Needed to fart, pretty harmless, farted. Shat all down my legs. All over the loo and all over the floor. Someone heard me say, man, that's disgusting, and walked into the bathroom, saw the mess, saw my disgusted sad face, laughed at me for about 30 seconds, and helped me clean up after. That's so embarrassing. That's so embarrassing. I don't know what I would do. Oh my god. I had a hard time reading that one. I was like, pretty harmless. I farted. Pretty harmless. Shat all down my legs. That's a little bit interesting. One says it's a funny confession, okay? Okay, me, 13 female, have 2 friends and we will call them H and D. H had a crush on this guy and we will call A, and she has liked him for ages. Me and H both know this. One day D randomly told us that she started to have a thing for A. She's always copied everything that H did, but this one was too far and H really was really hurt about it. Then one of my friends told me that A told her that she was just pretending to like A for a bit of fun. I told D that H was really upset that you would betray her like this by making moves on the guy she's liked for years, which she said that she didn't care. I was so mad that she would carelessly hurt my friend for this for no reason, so I decided to get revenge. I decided to write a fake love note written by A and put it in her backpack. The note said something like this: Dear D, I've heard that you have a little thing for me and I must say I'm flattered. I must admit that I've always had this little crush on you too. Message me tonight on Snapchat so we can talk. Yours truly, A. I wrote it in his handwriting as he's in our class and I sort of know his handwriting, so it looked pretty believable. D ended up messaging him and he, of course, being unaware that she ever got that letter, screenshotted that message and sent it to a huge group chat with lots of people in the school. She was so embarrassed and upset even though she never even liked him. She never found out it was me and I have no regrets. She's always been rude and bitchy and it was about time she got a taste of her own medicine. Edit. H and A ended up getting together later that year. Period. Get that? Okay. That's the favorite one that I've read so far. That was tea as fuck. Okay. Okay. Dude. And they got together at the end. Period. I have no words. 10 out of 10. Love that for you. I'm gonna brace myself. The other day, I came across a clip on Reddit of some asshole I went to high school with talking about he had a tiny dick and hooked up with guys in high school. He and his friends were homophobic. That shit had me dying. That's actually funny as hell. I feel like that was like that was like a cute confession. That was a cute confession. Or like, I mean, you weren't the one to confess, but love that for you. Period. I'm reading some like school confessions right now. All right. This one's tiny, a cute one. Some dude was selling honey packs at school and he got caught today.
Bombastic side eye.
Period. Okay. I wonder how much he was selling them from. Okay. So not from me, but we'll use code names. Like it's real school gossip in case someone from my school sees it. I call this story the tale of the tic-tac-toe wars. This girl, we'll call Dishwasher, got a ring from Thailand, and it was very expensive and not sold anymore. This guy, I'll call Pickle, stole her ring to propose to his girlfriend. I'll call Mango. Dishwasher's friend group had a plan to get it back. The tic-tac-toe wars. The series of tic-tac-toe matches to win back Dishwasher's ring. The friend group won and Pickle gave them back the ring. Pickle then stole the ring, but Mango dumped him, so I think he sold it. The confession is the friend group didn't actually win the tic-tac wars. They cheated. That was fucking weird. Shouldn't even... maybe that was like a waste of something. Okay. Okay, this one's huge. Wait. Okay, skipping that one. Okay. My school hands out free milk cartons for anyone to grab me and my friends. Wait. Never mind. I don't want fucking that one. Computer. Okay. When I was in year 8 and at school, we were going back to year 8 camp. A girl asked me to come for her, so I did, non-sexually, okay? Then I fell asleep since we were at the back, only me and my friends were. There too, my friend said, sit on him, she said. Wait, I'm confused. Okay, this is a real one. Basically, there was this girl and another guy. They used to like each other. They were about 16, by the way. Then they started to be close to each other, and then one random day, an ordinary student was standing in front of them and saw them and go to the bathroom together, then heard the girl moan. Then she knocked on the bathroom door and asked, what are you guys doing? They said, none of your business. Go to your class. Disclaimer. And this is a real story from my friends at school. Okay? You know what? The fact that they couldn't wait till after school is a little concerning, but I love that for them. And like, I hope they're still together till this day, because this was a story from 8 months ago. So, you know, is my fucking phone crooked? I have an Octobuddy in my mirror, and if I edit this video and